Hi. Hi all. This is Grumpy Agent here for the second race of the Flamme Rouge Championship. So, as should be obvious, I was not happy with the setup I had last time. The webcam quality was way too bad, so I changed my setup. Hopefully the camera quality should be much better. The issue with it is I'm showing a lot less, so the second race definitely do not fit at all in my current setup, so I will have to run it with a split. So right now you can see almost the whole race, and then I will do some cleanup and I will run the first place, and when I am surrounded around the air I will probably do some cleanup and put that part, which is the second part that goes on top, and then at the end of that part is a long sprint with the 3 ties in a row, and same thing when I'm get around there, I will redo some cleanup and will make so that you can see on the screen. So the second race is once again, sorry if I mispronounce that, Giron to Limpias. I think that's the name. So it's slightly different from the first race in that the starting order is the order that which I had finished the first race, which means that I am in second place right now with my ruler, and my sprinter is here in 7th place. I also added a little bit of red wax on the sprinter. I'm not sure how good they will see. You can see there a little more. So that's just Babybel wax. That's all. That's the best I could find to differentiate all of the sprinter for the ruler from the overhead view, because it's really hard. Even for me, it's hard to tell them apart. So hopefully that helps. And for the red one, I put a little white sticker on it, so that should be visible. So all of those with extra colors on the side are the sprinters. Okay. Other than that, small update on the first race. So as I realized at the end of the first race, I forgot a few things because of the championship rules. So we have different jersey, and I completely forgot to do that. So let me do the first update of what the jersey are and how well I did on race 1. So the yellow jersey is just how fast you complete with both of your cyclists. So essentially that's the only part that I did well. The green jersey is all about the mountain, so the ascent or climb of the mountains. The bigger the climb, the more points you have if you finish on ahead as the first one to get out of that mountain. So I did not do that at all. I was usually behind on those mountains, trying to get rested as much as possible. So I think I got only 1 point on the race 1. That said, there was not that many points to grab in race 1. In race 2, we can see right now there is huge climb here, and a huge climb that is here, and continue on that part. Those will be a lot of points for the green jersey. So it's definitely something that will need to be considered when we reach that part for that specific goal. The third goal is a red jersey, and the red jersey is about the special sprint. So there is 2 places in each of the race that are the special sprint. Whoever finished that sprint first, second and third get some points. So once in the first race, I did not take that into account at all, so I did terrible. I think I got 1 point. No, I got 0 point on that. I didn't do any. But for this race, I put the special sprint with that yellow flag to know that this is the tile, and essentially the sprint is getting out of the tile that is marked with a special sprint. And the other one is part of the map. It's this one, but you can't see it on the camera because it doesn't fit. But that will be in the mid-race, and about the 3/4 race will be the 2 special sprints. The pink jersey is the order of arrival, so it's similar to the yellow jersey, but the yellow jersey takes into account how many turns you took, how many cards you played exactly, and how far away you were crossing the finish line. There is a calculation for that. Versus the pink jersey is the pure order of arrival. So that I did pretty well with my ruler. I got 9 points, being second. My sprinter did not get any point at 7 though. But it's starting 12 last run. It's starting 7 this round. So it might have a better chance to get some point there. Then there is the orange jersey, which is combativity, I think, is giving points to whoever is first at that point in time. So every turn of the race, if you're the very first, you get point in combativity, and whoever has the best combativity at the end of the race has the orange jersey, which for me was red. Red was the red and white essentially. The two bots, red and white, were fighting for that last race, and red won. But me, I'm not even in the classement at all because I forgot about it. And the way I'm playing the game, I never want to be first. Being first is terrible because you guarantee fatigue. So I don't know. Maybe I will have to think about changing the way I play to get the orange jersey, or maybe I will just give up on that at all because I think that's a way to get extra fatigue that I really want to avoid. So essentially, here we go. So that's all the jersey that I will be keeping track about. So the special sprint, the mountain, particularly important when you have large mountain like that because that's a lot of points if you're the one that's crossing first. Essentially, it's a number of points equal to the number of blocks in the mountain. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mountain right there. So the first to exit that mountain get 8 points. And the second gets 7, third 6, etc. But of course, the point for the bot doesn't really matter. What we are competing against are the human player. So if I do a 7 on that mountain by being second, that's probably really, really good. And same thing, so you don't see it because that's the part that is cut off, but there is that mountain and that mountains are in continuous situation from one another. So it's another really big climb that is worth a lot of points for that jersey. So that's something I need to be really careful on this race. The other one is the special sprint I need to remember. There we go. That's it for the introduction. I will remove and do a little bit of cleanup, remove those extra part of the race that we don't need for now, and I will put them back later so that we have more space to see the bots, cards, and all of that. Okay, the cleanup is done. Should be easier. We see essentially the first third of the race, and I will probably have to rearrange when we are starting that mountain climb, or in the maybe I don't know. We'll see. Kind of don't want to interrupt the mountain climb itself, so maybe I will rearrange when we are around here. So maybe in 2 turns. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. So I'm ready to play my first turn. The only thing that is different from the first race, other than that, is the fatigue. So we have some fatigue that have been given from, so half of the fatigue of the first race is still there. So for me, it's 2 in each. And for the bots, it's between the team that is the less fatigue is black, that have only 1 fatigue in each, and the team that is the most fatigue is white, that have 5 for the ruler and 4 for the sprinter. There we go. So we'll see though, now they will just randomly show up. They are just shuffle in their deck right now. Okay. Well, let's see how we go. So, since my ruler is in front, it's fairly safe. I will start with him. So, draw my first 4 cards and see what my options are. And my options are 3, 4, 7, 7. So none of that is optimal, I think. 3 and 4s because I'm in the front. I kind of wanted a 5 or a 6 on these turns to make sure I keep ahead of the pack. Once again, the pack in the middle will probably start blocking some of the the square. Sorry. So it will be probably around 5 square away from here. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So my guess is those 2 squares is something that I really want to avoid. And sadly, that's my 3 and that's my 4 is exactly where I'll go. Now, to be fair, I'm second. I cannot be blocked even if those squares are model. I will be the one doing the blocking because I will arrive in there. So maybe that's fine. But that does mean that I will be in the middle of the pack. So I could blow up a 7 right now. And that will put me ahead. I guess that's good for the orange jersey and combativity, but essentially that guarantee that I take a fatigue, because even if ruler red takes to also do a 7, which is his higher card, will still be in a tie, so I'll still get a fatigue. So I guarantee a fatigue if I play a 7. And I still don't, so right now is the first special terrain is right in that turn, and that's a descent, and it's only a 2 square of descent, so I kind of want to aim for them, and 7 will put me just before, which is mean guarantee missing it, because the minimum I can do is a ruler of 3. I guess I can get the one of my fatigue, so I could get a 2, but still 7 seems really bad. So I think my best option at this turn is my 4 for my ruler. But I say I was thinking about it before the race, saying, oh, I'm second, what does that change now? And my optimal draw would have been 5 or 6 at that point. Sprinters is 2, 3, 5, and 5. Okay. So the sprinter essentially started in the same position that the ruler was started at the first race. It's pure in the middle of the pack with very high chance of blockage. So I need to be extra careful there. Now 2, I'm not a fan of. Actually, let me think about that for a second. Maybe. Okay, what's the 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 put me here. And I think the most likely blockage will be those 2, but that's still very high blockage chance. So I think the 2, 5 are out of the questions. So just between the 2 and the 3, I don't actually see a good reason to play one over the other. The chance of slipstream is probably about the same. So let's get rid of one of the 2 right now. It's probably not going to be a great move, but yeah. At least if I'm behind the pack, I will have a better view of what's happening with the bird, so that might help making more informed decision. Okay, let's resolve the bird for the turn 1. So ruler red is 5. So me, I am 4. Ruler white is fatigue with a 2. I guess I need to make sure I remove them. Right, because he played the fatigue, so that's removed to differentiate from the fatigue that I will give them, where they will give half of that from the last turn. So to not make sure I'm not confusing those 2 type of fatigues for them, let's remove it immediately. Where was I? It's ruler black. Not a sprinter is a 7. 7. Okay, then it's a ruler blue. It's also doing a 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sprinter green. The only sprinter that did well on the first run is starting with the fatigue. And same thing, I need to remove those immediately. Then ruler green is a 6. 6. Sprinter, oh, that's me. I'm doing a 2. Then Sprinter Black is doing a 4. Sprinter White is doing a 2. Sprinter Blue is doing a 3. And Sprinter Red is doing a 9. He's doing a sprint. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sprint actually worked pretty well. We didn't lose any of that, and it back in the front pack. But we do have slipstream him in that case, because there was no special rule here, so the whole backpack slipstream back to the front one. So that's one free move for everybody here. And in terms of fatigue, there is only one fatigue, which is the ruler black. Not sure, maybe I should give them the fatigue in the middle? I don't know. Yeah, I'll do that. I put the fatigue that they gain in the middle with the cards, with the card I'm discarding. Like, that's thing that works. Tack. Okay. I think I'm good. That's my discards. Okay. Now for the second turn. Okay. So my ruler, as I was expecting, because I play a 4, is a bit behind in the pack, but the pack is not too stacked. So we should be, and he's still safe, he's playing 4s. So the chance of him being blocked are still very low. So I should be able to try to target the decent area, and hopefully I will get a fatigue from there. That will be optimal. So let's see what my options are. It's a 6, 6, fatigue, and a 3. I don't know if anything of that give me there. Oh, the 6 do. The 6 is there. But I might slipstream out of it. But I mean, is it a big deal if I slipstream out of it? Probably not. The 2 or 3 I don't like. That will be putting me... we're still pretty stacked right now. I don't want to fall back in the middle. That gets really awkward and very risky. So I don't like those. So definitely take a 6. Oh, that was my sprinter. No, that was my ruler. I'm just putting the card under the wrong stack. Yes, that was my ruler. Okay, I thought I messed up my card for a second. Okay, we're good. So it's a sprinter. 4, 9, 9, and the fatigue 2. Now that's an interesting option. Do I use a sprint right now? If I do, where did that put me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did I miscount with him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did miscount with him. I was like, I'm not 3 away. I can't be a 9 and a 6 reaching on the same space. Too late. I made my decision on the 6. I will not change back, but I miscounted when I did my strategy. The 6 actually put me out of the descent area. What were my options? A 2 and a 3. Yeah, I was not happy with any of them. The 3 could have put me there, but then I will never get in the descent anyway, so I will have to do the 2, but then I will have catch back. So the only way to do the descent would have been to do 2, then a 2 or 3, and then the descent. There was no way to get something there that will be good. So it is what it is. 6 it is. So I don't think, for kind of the same reason, I don't think the 2 is a good option right here. I'm at the back of the pack. I don't want to be left behind. That's the worst situation that can happen, because then not only am I last, I'm also taking extra fatigue because I will not be in front. Though, to be fair, everybody here are sprinters, so they have 2s, they have 3s, they have their fatigue. Even the 4s from most of them will still save me from the thing. So I should be safe to play my fatigue here. And I'm kind of talking myself into playing it. Maybe I should. The 4 is the middle options. It's safe, but it doesn't bring me anything, right? It should be safe, but it doesn't bring me in front to try to get a better situation. I will still be in the pack, but it's not risky. So essentially, I don't like the 4. The 4 is a safe move, but I don't like it. So it's my two realistic options are both risky in a different way. The 2 is getting rid of fatigue, which is really good, but I'm at risk of falling behind. Perhaps not this turn, but perhaps the turn after that or the turn. But I can play slow, keep my better cards, and do a sprint at the end. It's a sprinter after all. That's kind of what it's doing. So maybe the other option is to play the 9, try to have the sprinter catch back with my ruler, and then if they are close together, and they will be, at that point, they will be one behind another, I can try to do team effort where I can set up, if I'm in the front with both of my guys, I can try to set up something where I have higher chance of doing some slipstreaming or something like that. Or I can guarantee that the sprinter will not fatigue. Or it's having my 2 teammates close together could be useful for that. Of those 2 options, I think I prefer the 9 because of that cooperation that I could gain from it. I know that there is a chance that I'm going to be blocked, and if my luck is terrible, I could lose 2 or 3 movements on that 9, and that will be awful. Hopefully that will not happen. I could also have all 9 movements. We'll see. If I get all 9 movements, I will, on top of that, end up in the descent, which would be good. And the descent from there, the 5 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be me just before the climb, the first big climb. So it's okay. So here we go. Decision has been made. I'm playing a sprint. Okay. Let's resolve the bot. Starting with the black ruler. He's doing a 3. 2, 3. Then red ruler. He's doing a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blue ruler. He's doing a 4. 2, 3, 4. Oh no! That's already 1 less space on my sprint, which means my teammates will not be together. Oh well, I took the risk. Then it's me with a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I counted correctly and I played what I thought I would play, I will also have been blocked. That would have been, wow, would have been bad. That's a sprinter red. He's fatigued, so he's doing just a 2. Let me that fatigue like that to remember to discard it, but I want to keep that to keep track of which cyclist I resolved, so that I know if I messed up and I forgot somebody or something like that. That happened on the race 1. Okay, so ruler green is a 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then ruler white is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then that's the sprinter green. He's doing a sprint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god. Starting to regret my 9. That could end up really bad. Oh, I'm next. That's fine. Okay, I'm next. So I'm just losing 1. I'm playing a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm losing 1, but I am in the descent, at least. So it's okay. Not everything is lost. And actually, it seems like we're all going to slipstream. So I'll still be in the descent, and I will be in the last space of the descent. So yeah, it's still okay. It's still pretty. I stand by my choice. That was still an okay choice. Sprinter black, swing a 3. Then it's sprinter white. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And sprinter blue. He's doing a 1, 2. And so sprinter blue slipstream. The pack of sprinter on the back do not slipstream, so they will start getting fatigue. And all of that pack do. No, they don't. I forgot. That is, I almost messed up. That is, the meteor effect is on that tile, on the C tiles where red is, and say no slipstreaming. And that means it doesn't slipstream, but that also means it doesn't trigger slipstream. So in that case, it doesn't trigger a slipstream of all of that group. Hopefully I have that rules correct. I guess I can double check between this race and the next race, but I think that's correct. Which does mean that I'm going to get a fatigue, which is not ideal. But yeah. So I will do the cleanup first and give the fatigue second, something, because I'm a bit worried of confusing the two types of fatigue, which is the fatigue they already have, like this one, and the fatigue I'm giving them. So let's start with that. And now that the cleanup is done, I will give the fatigue. So ruler red as 1. Why you red? Yeah. Then I get 1 with my ruler. Ruler green get 1. And then here on the sprinter backpack, we have 2 sprinters that get 1 white, 1 black. So you and you. Okay. And we are ready for... So I need to put that there. No, we are ready for turn 3. Okay, I think I want to do the turn 3 and resolve it before I changing the board. Right now I can't even... The only thing you can remove is that, so that's not even enough to add more. So let's resolve at least one more turn. And hopefully we can resolve that situation of what's showing on the board and what's not. Okay. Do I want to start with my sprinter or my ruler? That's a good question. My sprinter has a very high chance to do 5 because he's in the descent. So if he's drawing a fatigue, I'm probably not going to do anything else that play the fatigue or the one of his 2 for a 5. It's too much of an upgrade to pass, even if I lose some movement on it, so be it. So we can start with a sprinter because it's probably going to be an easy decision. So it's a 9, it's a 5, it's a 4, and it's a 3, never mind. No 2. So what are my choices? Realistically, 5, 4, and 3 are all the same 3 cards because I'm in a descent. So there's no point thinking about 5 and 4. So it's 3 or 9. So my 3 is a 5, and that will put me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. And 9 would put me more, but that's crossing on the ascent, and the ascent means stopping at 5. So essentially my 9 will give me just 2 more points that my 3 would. So that's awful value. So I definitely play a 3. So it was still, as expected, a very decision on the sprinter. Now the ruler, let's see. So 2, 5, 5, and 3. So none of that was blocked by the ascent, by the climb on the mountain. So I can play whatever I want. And the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 put me on the first step of that mountain. And remember, so mountains mean no slipstreaming. So that's bad because that means I have higher chance of fatigue because the pack will not close themselves, similar to what we have here. Essentially, we have no slipstreaming anyway on this part too. So it doesn't matter that I'm in the mountain for that. And even the 2, which is my lowest, will put me in the no slipstream. So the fact that I have no slipstream is inevitable at that point for that turn. So it doesn't matter for the consideration. So really the only consideration is, do I want to go slow to get rid of a fatigue, or do I want to start the climb with a 5 and be there? And I feel like I want to be, because it's a mountain, and remember we have the maillot, the jersey, and one of them, the green jersey, is a mountain jersey, and that's a really big mountain, that's a big climb. So I do want to get out of that mountain fairly early if I can with one of mine, and the sprinter will not be able to catch up because by definition it's a climb, so we're limited at 5, so his 9 is useless there. So my ruler is the best bet to get points for the jersey, so it's clearly a 5 for me. All of that I could have explained less. That was still a fairly obvious turn. Anyway, let's resolve. Red 4. Then it's me, Mario, with a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then green, the 4. That's good. I mean, no fatigue for me. I was expecting a fatigue here, so that's good luck for me. Black is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it cannot go there in the mountain because it's limited to 5. So he's losing 2 or 7. Blue is a 6, same situation, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, or even worse, he's losing 2 because no, there is a blockage. Then it's the, oh no, that's a sprinter. Sprinter green is doing a 3, but is in the descent, so it's a 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot of blockage. I don't know if that's good for me. I think I'm losing 1 movement on my 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm losing 1 movement. Oh well. I don't think, I mean, that was still my best option. Then white, that's a ruler that is far behind. Where is white? Here it is. 5. 5. Then sprinter red is a 4. 4. He will slipstream, so that's good for him. And the pack of late sprinters, starting with black. Oh, it's a 9, so we'll catch back at least. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He loses 1 movement, but at least he's back in the pack. Let's see if the other do the same thing. Let's start with white. Yes, he does a 9 too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And blue, 4. So blue is all alone by its lone self. That's really not good for him. So it's better roll a 9 next turn, or he was starting to get extra fatigue. So no slipstreaming. Let me do the cleanup first. And then the fatigue. So there's 2 fatigue. One is the ruler red, and one is the sprinter blue. Okay. And we're ready for turn 4. I can resolve the turn 4 right now because the maximum, we are in the mountain, so the maximum that anyone can move is 5. So nobody can cross here, I don't have to add more. So we'll resolve the turn 4 before I switch the board around. And hopefully by that time, that little laggard blue will have moved enough that I can remove most of that. Okay, so I'm in the mountain, so I want some 5s, and no more than that. And start with the ruler. And I have 4, 7, 4, and 5. Do I use one of my 5 or do I use one of my 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me there. Give me there. So 5. If I play the 5, I need a 3 or a 4 or 5 to be in the descent. There is a descent here that we can see. I know that's probably at the very edge of the screen. Oh yeah, you still see it. So what I say? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 or 5. So I will end up in one of those two squares, whatever happens. So it's my choice is just between those two squares. And I was saying if I play a 5 next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From this, I will end up here. And I think after that, just after that is another climb. Yes, just after that is another climb. So I do want to be as far as possible, but I mean, I will not get, I already play 1 5. I'm not going to get 5 5s in my deck. There's only 3 of them. So maybe I should play maybe I should play a 4. Just so I keep my 5 for letters. At the same time, playing a 5 in the mountain is the optimal use of a 5. I'm not going to get a better use of that. And if Reds plays a 5 or higher, it will move exactly 5 because of the ascent, and I will be exactly behind him. So I think a 5 is good. I think the 5 is what I should play, which is, I guess, a bit obvious. I should not shuffle that yet. Sorry. Not shuffle that yet because I can get fatigue in there before I need to shuffle. Sprinter. My options are 4, fatigue, 2, and 3. I'm surprised I have one more card. I thought the count of cards was the same. I had 2 fatigue in each. Did I mess up something? I hope I did not. I did that. Oh, I had 3 fatigue in my ruler deck. Yeah, I gained 1 and I had 2 in the beginning. What about the sprinter? I've seen my 2 fatigue, yeah, so it seems correct. Why do I have an extra card then? I don't know. A mystery for another time, I guess. Maybe I draw 1 less at some point? Or did I put an extra fatigue? Let's see. I have, normally the deck is 15 cards. I put 2 cards, so 2 fatigue, so my deck should be 17. So actually it's a ruler that is missing a card. Because it is normal to have 1 left. So did I miss? Sorry, I will have to double check my ruler deck. So I'm pretty sure I got only 1 fatigue from this run. So I have all my 7. I have only 1 6 in there, I think. Let's see that. That's what's in my discard for the ruler. I think I'm missing one of my 6. Yeah, I am missing one of my 6. It must have fallen somewhere. Sorry. So doesn't really matter. Let me finish up that turn, and since I'm going to do the cleanup in between the turns, this turn and the next, I will try to locate my missing 6 for my ruler, and I will put that on top as the last card that I will draw. Okay, so back to the sprinters. So my options for the sprinters this turn were 4, 2, 2, 3. I am here. I want to be in the mountain, but I don't have many 5 in my deck. I guess I have the same amount of 5. So I don't have anything that is above 5 except the sprint. So it should be fine. Do I get rid of the fatigue this turn? I guess that's a question. Or do I try to get some mountain points? I don't think mountain points are realistic with a sprinter. Because the sprinters have really hard time doing 5. It's only their 5 or their 9, and they don't want to use a 9 on the mountain. So it's only their 5 that do exactly 5 in the mountain, so it will lag behind anyway. So there's no point. So you know what? I think I will play a fatigue and try to get rid of the sprinter fatigue. Sprinter right there. The pack should be stacked enough that I should not get fatigue, though there is no slipstream. So it's definitely possible that I get fatigue there if all 4 of those roll high. I guess it's all... No, those are... Yeah, the sprinter here can save me with the 2. I guess they are fatigue, so the ruler could also roll a fatigue. And all of those can roll something that will save me. So I can get a fatigue from my fatigue, but I don't think any of the options are much better than that anyway. I will be behind the pack for that mountain. So all I really care is to not get fatigue with the sprinter too much for that point. So I think that's okay bet. Okay, so let's resolve these turns. So we'll start with ruler red. 3. Then it's me doing a 5, which means that I will be in the front. So I'm getting fatigue. 1, 5. But hey, I might get out of the mountain first. And once again, that mountain is a lot of green jersey points. Do I think I'm okay with that? I mean, even if I'm not okay with it, it's too late now. So, 4, black is a 6, which is a 5, 5, then blue is a 6, which is a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then sprinter green is a 3, then it's my sprinter, which is a 2. So I'm at risk because no slipstreaming here, so I could get a fatigue. We'll see. Ruler white is a 3. I think that saves me. Yep, perfect. Black is a 3. Then white is a 2. I need to remember to get rid of that too. Red is a 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and the Lone Rider blue sprinter is doing a 4. He's very slow, very tired. I mean, blue was not the team that was supposed to be that tired, but I guess he'll roll really hard at the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's sort of catching back. With the mountain, he has a chance of catch back, definitely, because nobody will go that far away. And that gives me a chance to get rid of all of those tiles. Okay. No slipstreaming. No slipstreaming at all. The only one that could is blue, and is too far away. So no slipstream for anyone. Let's do the cleanup before I give the fatigue. Okay. Actually, that's also fatigue that I've played, so it also gives away. Yeah, I did not put fatigue there. Okay, and who gets fatigue? I get one on my ruler, as expected. And so that goes there, and there is a 6 on top normally, so that will be shuffle. Then the Sprinter Green gets 1, and the Sprinter Blue gets 1. Here we go. So hopefully I can locate the missing cards. And I was able to tell that was a missing card because that was my deck. So I don't know if I also missed card from the bot deck. Hopefully not. I will do a round in my house to see if I'm seeing any card that either I misplaced or one of the cats I've stolen, which can happen with cats. And yeah, and I will remove that part that we no longer needed, the front part, and I will reorganize so that we see what's happening here, which is a huge mountain, and then we have the special sprint just after the mountain will be there. Okay, I'll see you in a second. Okay, so the cleanup has been done. I removed the start of the board and moved the board around in the best way I could to show as much as I could. Slightly, that means I've rotated the board a little from where it was, about 90 degrees, so sorry if it's a bit disorienting, but we are still, hopefully I didn't change any of the positions. So that is still the Lone Rider Blue that is way behind, and the rest of the pack in the mountains split into pack. I'm in front and I'm ready to finish the mountain to try to get the 8 point for the green jersey, and then we have the second mountain here. I was still not able to put the end of the race. Sadly, I really need to find a better setup for race 3, but we'll see. For now, it is what it is. So I will still have to redo the same thing for the end of the race. But I will be able to see probably 4 more turns of play before I have to do that, perhaps 5. Right now, we are starting turn 5. And I did find my missing 6. I accused my cat friends for nothing. It was not a catastrophe at all. It was shuffled by mistake in the fatigue deck. So, and I double checked everything else. I didn't find any foul play or mistake in the rest of the setup. So hopefully I should be good, and I reshuffle any deck that I check for the bots. So here we are. So now I'm ready to start my turn 5. There we go. I can start thinking a bit. So I guess I will start with my ruler because that should be a fairly straightforward decision. And my options are 6, which I knew was a 6, and then I need to shuffle. I guess I could have shuffled when I did the cleanup, but I didn't thought about it. So here we are. Trying to show you the shuffle, but then it's uncomfortable position with my arm, and I do that very poorly. Anyway, so here we go. And 7, 4, and 7. Those are my options. So hopefully, well, we can see 6 and 7s are the same options because I'm limited to 5 anyway. So the 2 7s are immediately out. I know I'm not going to, so I can recycle them already. And my real decision is between 4 and 6. So of course the 6 will be a 5. I will guarantee to lose a move on the 6. But it's also guarantee me to be in the front I mean, really, with a 4, I should be guaranteed to be in the front, because the most that the bot can do are 5 because of the climb, which means that if I do 4 and they do 5, they will reach the same block or the same square as me, but I will already have been there on that square first, so I'll still be in front, which means that 4 is enough to guarantee that I have the first out of the mountain. Of course, for the same reason, it's also guarantee me a fatigue, but I mean both 4 and 6 guarantee me a fatigue at that point. So really, let's see on the board exactly what the difference is. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 put me here in the middle of the distance, where essentially everything that I play will be a 5, because I will be, anything that is small is a 5, anything that is high will be a 5 because of the mountain. So I play a 5. Whatever happens, I play a 5 there. And 6, so the 6 will be bet me 1 more, will put me here, and it will be the same thing, I will be a 5 later. So really, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which means that essentially what I do for at least 2 turns, probably 3, almost do not matter. Nobody can get in front of me, right? I mean, this turn I will be a 4, and as I say, that means that nobody can gain me. At best, they can equal me, but I will still be in front. And from there, we play a 5, and it's like, I'm guaranteed to play a 5, the bots are guaranteed to play a 5, so it will be, I have a 5, you have a 5, everybody's a 5. Which means that I will also, whatever the situation is here, it will be the exact same situation here. So I will be in the front, which will put me in a good situation to get out of that mountain too. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 square mountain. So that's also 8 points for the pink, not the pink, which one is it? It's a green jersey, I think. The climber. Sorry. Even if I'm French, I didn't actually look a lot of Tour de France, so I don't know much about the color of the jersey. So green jersey is a climber jersey, apparently. So, but essentially, yeah. So I will be 1 turn, which will be not the next turn, but the turn after that, where I will need to draw something that is good enough, which would be a 5 or more, to guarantee to have the first place out of that and starting here, which is also important because it's also a special objective. It's not a mountain, but that's a special sprint. And also there is a weather effect, which is the tailwind, which gives me +1 on looking at my card, which is good. So I do want, optimally, my optimal play is whatever put me in the very first square here in 3 turns, right? So let's see that. So if I play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I play my 4 here, that is okay. I should have a very high chance to end up there. The only risk is I have a risk on the 3rd turn to not get a good enough card, give me a 5 or more, or even worse, that my only card that will give me that is a 7 that will have to play and lose 2 on my 7, which would be really good, bad. So playing the 4 is a bit of a risk here, but playing a 6 just for that risk don't feel worth it. I think and especially because, I mean, you don't see it, but at the end of the race right here is three straight line of pure sprint, and I do want my 6 and my 7 for there. So I do think I'm playing the 4, even if that means, I know that means there is a small risk I am left behind just at the end of that mountain, but it's a very small risk. I'm comfortable with it. Okay, sprinter situation should be very straightforward. Let's see, that's a 2, and I need to shuffle the rest. Do you see my cards good enough there? Let me see if I can have the butt a little higher. There. Is it better? Yeah, I feel like that's better. Yeah. Sorry, I am not a professional filming board game, so I had spent a lot of my day learning a lot of technical stuff about how to set up overhead camera, overhead tables, and all that goes with it. So hopefully it's not too bad. And if it is, well, I'm sorry, and I will try to do better on the next race. Yes, I need to shuffle my other options so that my first option was 2, and the other 3 are 4, 3, and 5. I am starting the mountain. Don't want to be left behind. I think that's the optimal time to play the 5 for the sprinters. Especially because I'm already back of that pack. And I don't want to be left behind the pack in the since we're doing a lot of mountain in a row right now. Say that's all mountain, there's a bit of descent, that's all mountain. If I'm left behind the pack, no way to catch it back up. And then it's fatigue every turn for all of that. Terrible. So I'll play 5. If I'm getting on the front of that pack because of it, that's fine. I mean, this sprinter, I will not be able to play 5 for all of those turns of mountain anyway. I don't have enough 5 in my deck for that, so. Okay. Let's resolve the turn 5. And I'm first, actually. Doesn't happen much. So that's my rouleur. Firsts with 4. 1, 2, 4. Then we have black. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red. Oh, that's green. Red is here. Is fatiguing. 2. Blue. 3. Is it blue first? No, it is green first. Green is here. 6. So that's a 5 because of the climb. 1, 2. Wait, no. Green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then blue, and I say blue is 3. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. It's not that hard. I can do it. Sprinter green is doing a 4. And then ruler white is fatiguing. Sprint red is a 2. And then that's me. And I'm doing a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's good. No fatigue for me. Perfect. Do I put sprinter, right? Yes, sprinter. The correct one. Black sprinter. What is black sprinter? Here is doing 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. White sprinter is doing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that group is more compact than I was expecting. It's interesting. And finally, our lone blue sprinter rider is fatiguing on top of that. Ooh, that blue sprinter is having a bad time. So I have 3 fatigue to get rid of the boats. No slipstreaming, because that pack is in the mountain. So even if that part is allowed slipstreaming, that one is not. So then no slipstreaming. So let's get rid of those first. And then I distribute the new fatigue. A new fatigue will be me on black, get ruler fatigue. There we go. And then blue and red get ruler fatigue. There's blue and red. And sprinter blue is getting even more fatigue. Oh, that's me. Did I put... No, that's not me. I'm here. Did I put the fatigue? Oh, I think I did. Yes, I did. No, that's my fatigue. That's my fatigue. It goes here. Oh boy. I hope I'm not going to do more mistakes like that. Maybe I should switch. You know what? Let's do that. Let's put my playboard, but let's finish that first. So that was blue sprinter. So that's there. I know that I'm going to move those around because not having my board in front of me is going more mistake on my parts otherwise. And red will have to go on the side. Everything visible on the camera. Not ideal. Sorry, it's really not many room for all of those information to show up. Okay, that seems to be correct. But it's not. Is it better? Looks a bit better. Still a mess, eh? And those are the two cards that I played this turn. Go in my discard. Okay. Do the cleanup. Oh yeah. Turn 6. Here we are. So we'll start with my ruler. Because it doesn't matter. Everything I play is a 5, so I just play the worst card, which is a very easily fatigue. So I play a fatigue, which will be none of that matters. For information, that was a 3 or 4 or a 5, which is relatively good. Those are my low card from the ruler. I say I kind of want to make sure that I do a 5 next turn. A 6 would be annoying because I'm losing 1, but I'm guaranteeing to get out of the mountain, so it might still be worth it. A 4 will not be the end of the world. So saying my low card right now is probably good for that. The sprinter, my options are fatigue, 4, 9, and 2. So obviously 9 is not an option since we are in the mountain, so it would be just a 5, and I can't. I guess I should consider it in case I really need the 5, but no, I can't. That's just too much energy lost. Of the 2-2, I will play the fatigue before I play my normal cards, so that's an option either. So realistically, I have an option between my fatigue 2 and the 4. Fatigue 2 advantage is that gets rid of fatigue in the deck, and since we play in the championship mode where half of the fatigue remains from the next race, removing fatigue has a lot of value, so it's not to be dismissed. But as I was saying in the previous turn, the issue that I have is right now we are in that long climb, long phase of mountain, and if I'm falling behind, no catching back. No, because of my 5 last turn, I'm less at risk of falling back, but still a 2 right now can put me at the end of the pack, which would put me in a bad situation for this mountain. So even if I would love to get rid of that fatigue, I think I have to play the 4. I need to be reasonable, and I think that playing the fatigue here with the sprinter is too greedy, but it's really tempting. Getting rid of those fatigue, it's really tempting. Okay, decision have been made. Technically, it's the opposite. Sprinter on the left, ruler on the right. So that's what I'm playing. And let's resolve. So I'm still first. So I'm resolving my ruler first. And I am in a zone where it's a 5, guaranteed. So I do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will get rid of that before I forget. Then ruler black is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ruler green is a 6, which is a 5. Oh, sorry. Black actually did a 5. I forgot. He was also in the descent, so it was also guaranteed a 5, and same for green. So the fact that they are playing 4 and 6 is actually, I mean, 4 is okay, it's good for him, it's a mediocre card for a ruler. The sprint is one of the good cards, so that was bad for green. It's low impact at that point. Blue, no, it's red first. Don't know why, those blue and red, I always want to do that in the reverse order. Do you see that? Yeah, it's still on the screen, right? So that's a 6, which is a 5. Blue is doing a 5, which is a 5. Those mountains are really easy. Everybody's making 5s. That's the sprinter, right? Yep. He's doing a 5. And I'm doing a 4. That is bad because I'm going to try to get a fatigue. Oh no, actually, oh wow. Wow, that is incredible. I was not expecting that. I mean, I'll finish the rest of the turn, but I'm going to get a slipstream on my sprinter because that's the only 3 square on that whole area where slipstream can happen. So the only way slipstream can happen is if exactly somebody is here, exactly nobody is here, and then exactly somebody is here. So that was really lucky. I didn't even count on it. I didn't even try to map it out because it seems so unlikely that it happened that I was like, I crossed it out as an impossibility in the first place. So really surprised that happened, but yeah. So sprinter black is a 4. Sprinter white is a 9, which is really bad because it's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess not that bad. He's getting the slipstream with me. Still, so even though his slipstream is still a -3 compared to its 9, so it's still really bad. What are the sprinter white? Yes. The ruler white is there. Wow. I didn't realize one of the ruler was doing that poorly. Oh yeah, but white is a team that got a lot of fatigue last race. So that's a team that I was expecting to do really bad this race. And I guess a sprinter did not get that cursed yet, but the ruler is definitely feeling it. And he's doing a 7, which is a 5. Which is really mediocre, and you will get a fatigue because of that. Oh my god, everything is against white. I don't know why, but the game hates white. Sprints. Red is 3. 1, 2, 3. And blue. I guess blue is doing even worse than white, to be fair. And he's doing a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So there is, I say, only one slipstreaming that happens, which is those two. I guess it's 2 because white also do those 2 slipstream here, because that's the only 3 square where slipstream can happen for anyone. And that means that those 2, they get the fatigue for free. So all of those 4 in the back, they are in a really bad situation where you get the fatigue. And that's kind of why when I was there with my sprinter, I kind of saw that coming, and that's why I kind of played big cards to stay we've tried to stay at least with some other cyclists in the front during that part, because with the mountains, since there is no slipstream for a long period of time, it's fairly easy to have small pack with just one square off like that, and that's a lot of fatigue for a lot of people. So that's pretty bad. Okay, so talking about fatigue, let's do the cleanup, and then I will do the distribution of fatigue. Okay, so who gets fatigue? Well, me, my ruler gets one, and then black ruler, then blue and red both get on their ruler, blue and red, and then white and black, I think that's a sprinter, and that's a ruler for white. Ruler white, sprinter black. Ruler white, sprinter black. And then that's a sprinter right, that's sprinter red, and sprinter blue. So once again, the sprinter are doing terrible. Did we see any of the special 5 that I've added to the deck of the bots? I hope I did not mess up and remove them. I think they should be there. Oh, hopefully we'll see them, if we'll see them. I don't want to double check and reshuffle everything, so crossing my finger that I didn't mess that up. I did enough mess up on that race already. Okay. And I already forget the number of turn I were. I think that's turn 7, but don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. I will try, and hopefully you will have it, to add the turn number during the edition process when I have to put the different video I've taken back together. Once again, video edition is completely new for me, so hopefully this is doable and I will be able to do that. If it's not, well, too bad. Now let me actually, can I put red? No, because that's my play area. Yeah, so I still want, maybe I can try to have red, squeeze them a little more higher. Oh yeah, but then that's on the road. Oh yeah, should be good enough. Let's give me extra play area, yeah. Actually, let's maybe can push the boat like that. Yeah, that's better. It shows better that that's my player. Still left the red boat a little by itself on the side, but not perfect. Okay, let's go. Next turn, I will start with my ruler. This is usually what I want. My choice are 6-3, fatigue. I am in the mountain. That's exactly the zone where I say I may have to play a 6 because I'm not sure I will get a 5 or a 4. And that's what happens. I'm almost certainly will have to play the 6. Let's think about it for a second. But essentially, if I play a 2 or 3, that still leave me in the mountain. So that would be 2 or 3 will be here. I don't get any jersey bonus. I mean, I will still get jersey bonus, but I get less jersey bonus. Once again, the first to cross gets number of points equal to the number of square. So there are 8 square of mountain. So if I cross first, I get 8 points of climb. If I third, I get 2 more points. So I'll still get 6 points of climb for that getting there. So it will still be good points for the green jersey for me. And getting rid of the fatigue is always tempting. But at the same time, if I do my 6, which is a 5, so I lose 1, but I do 1, 2, 3, I get here. And being here means I'm out of the mountains. So one, I'm guaranteed to get max points from the mountain. I'm also guaranteed the fatigue. Boo. It is what it is. But I'm guaranteed the point for the thing. I am out of the mountain, so I can play big card again. I guess there is a mountain here, but I can play big card for at least 1 turn of big cards. That is a tailwind that gives me more choices, so I have good chance to see my big card, and that's also the special sprint at the end of here, so it's an extra thing where I want to play my big card. So I think I want to start my échappée right now and try to sprint to the finish line with my ruler right now. And hopefully that works. I guess I could double check. I asked a question, but they did not answer me of how much can I redouble check open information? Like, can I go and count all the cards that I played to see how many of each remains? But I'm pretty sure I've not played any of my 7 at that point. I don't think so. I think I'm playing one of the sprint on my sprinter for sure. I played on the first turn or second turn. Very early I played the 9, but I don't think I played any 7. So I have all 3 of my 7. I should be able to sprint to the end of the race from here. So for me, it's a 6. Even if I'm a mountain and I'm losing 1 point guarantee on that, it's still the 6. Also, I have a deck which is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 card deep. So it's starting to get pretty small. And actually, looking at that, I don't have any 7 left in my deck, which means those 3 cards are 7s? Or I played a 7. I guess we'll see next turn. Anyway. So my cooler played a 6. I know my sprinters. Let's go what they have. My options are 5, 4, 9, 3. So obviously 9 not an options. While I'm not technically in a mountain, I am 2 steps away from the mountain, so I will still have the restriction to 5 movements. And I have 5, so if I want the 5 movement, I play the 5. So the 9, not an options. I can already remove that. So now I have 3 real options, which are 3, 4, and 5. And I think I'm still in the same decision space that I was for the last few turns, which is I'm really worried of being left behind on that long climb. At the end of the day, long climb in the mountain like that are optimal usage of 5 cards. So I'm pretty sure I will play my 5 cards. Chances that I get fatigued with my sprinter are very low, not impossible, but fairly low. I have 3 cyclists in front of me. Both of those 2 can play a 4 and save me. That can play a 5 and save me. That can play a 2 and save me, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Yeah, so that can be a 2 and save me. That's fairly unlikely. That's a, but I mean, a fatigue exists. Yeah, talking about it like that, that's actually not that many things that can save me from a fatigue, so chance of fatigue are not negligible. Should I have taken a smaller card? I don't think I had a 4. Yeah, actually I did. A 3, 4, 5. Was the 4 better? Not really, right? The 4 is almost the same chance of fatigue because none of those 2 can catch up to me because the max they will do is 5, so they will not be in front of me anyway. So essentially, those 3 will have this about the same odds of saving me, just with different numbers. Essentially, right now, those 2 save me, they draw 4. If I do 4, they will save me if they draw 3. That saves me if it's a 5. If I do a 4, that saves me if it's a 4. So the only difference is Sprinter White. If I play a 4, Sprinter White can save me on 5 or above. But of course, it's a sprinter. It is a sprinter, right? Yes, it is a sprinter. I guess I should have put the Babybel wax on both sides so I can see it because it's on the other side. So I'm not seeing the sprinter right now. Still really hard to distinguish. I guess the figurine is supposed to be different, but I'm unable to separate on just the figurine. Anyway, so I was saying, yeah, so if I play my 4, Sprinter can save me on a 5 or a 9, Sprinter White. But it's Sprinter White. I know that White has a lot of fatigue. And that means that Green can no longer save me anymore. But Green was only saving me on fatigue, which is Unlikely, I don't remember. I guess I have the number there. That's Ruler Green. Ruler Green starting the race with 2 fatigues. And I don't want to check how many he played. Once again, I'm not quite sure about the hidden open information, so I'll try to do a compromise and do. I play a bit like the open information, but not as much as double checking everything and matting and everything and doing all probability on it. I'm already overthinking way too much anyway, so don't need to do more overthinking. So essentially what I'm saying is playing my 4 here, slightly less chance of being a fatigue for me, because the Sprinter White is definitely a better odds to save me than the Ruler Green would be. But I'm 1 step behind. So the other question is, am I how bad is it to be 1 step behind? And honestly, I think I will change my mind and take the 4. Maybe I'm wrong, but I see there's a steel mountain here, and the 5 will be really good around here, because that's the sprint area right there. After that is pure sprint. So when I will be here, I will want to go as fast as possible, and the fastest I will be at that point will be the 5. And since I'm my sprinters, the only thing that gives me 5 is 5 or 9. So having more 5 in the deck for that space is better. And since the 4 is might be slightly more optimal this turn, sort of, maybe, unclear, I'll play the 4. Okay. Decision have been made. Let's resolve the turn. So I'm first, and I'm playing a 6, which is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm out of the mountain, and I'll probably have a lot of point of green jersey at that point. I think I've been optimal. I think I've been first on both of the mountain on this course, on this race. So if I'm first here, I will have optimal green jersey point for this race. That's pretty decent. Okay, black. I might have to take the nice race a little soft though, depending on how many fatigue I have. 4. Green. 5. Blue. 4. Red is a fatigue. That is green. It's green sprinter, right? Or green, yeah, that's sprinter. 4. Oh, they're blocking me. Are you kidding me? Oh, the 5 would have been so much better. I didn't think about calculating the odds of the blockage. I didn't think that was a realistic possibility there. Ooh, boo. Boo. And blue saved my ass anyway. So the 5 would have been so much better. So much regret. Oh, well, it is what it is. It's me. I'm doing a 4. Oh, so much regret. So bad. Sprinter white. 3. Sprinter black. 2. Is that a ruler? What's a ruler doing that far in the back? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And actually, he stayed at 4. And that was it, 7. Yeah. Wow. Okay then. Then that's a sprinter red. 2. And sprinter blue. Can sprinter blue catch up with sprinter red? 3. Nope. Too bad. Oh well. So, as expected, no slipstreaming. Very unlikely to have slipstream in that whole area of mountains. The fact that I got one was so lucky, but we're going to see some more slipstreaming again starting next turn. We're starting to get to have slipstreaming as a consideration a lot more from that part at the end of the game. So fatigue. So once again, let's do the cleanup before I give the fatigue, so I don't confuse the two types of fatigue, which is actually that case. So that discard mine, and no fatigue. So I am getting a ruler fatigue. Then blue, I guess blue gets both. I can get both anyway immediately. And then red gets both as well. And then green gets on a sprinter. And black gets on his sprinter. And I already counted both of the red and blue, so that's everything for the fatigue. Oh, that's a lot of fatigue. I guess thematically that works. I mean, we are doing one of those mountain climb race. That is, yeah, so I'm not surprising that everybody is really fatigued by that. Like, we are probably in the Pyrenees right now. I don't know enough of the geography of Spain to be sure where Gironde and Limpias are. But my guess, yeah, since they have set up that race to be a huge climb, probably a fairly good guess that they are in the Pyrenees somewhere. Anyway, okay. I need to recycle that fatigue and then get ready for the next turn. Actually, I'll start with the sprinter because the sprinter is going to be a very easy decision. I'm still in the middle of the plaque in the mountain, so I want a 5 essentially. I'll play something as close to the 5 as possible. Actually, the top card is a 5, but I need to reshuffle the rest. I hope I did not do too much things out of the camera there. Kind of have to re-put my seat a little closer so I show everything I'm doing on the camera. Okay, 5, 4, 2, and 5. Am I going to do a 4? Absolutely not. Sadly, oh yeah, I'm here. Anyway, I was counting as if I was red anyway. So I have no way to get out of the mountain. Both of my 5 is there and a 4 though. That's a bit scary because I'm pretty sure I played the 5 already, and I'm pretty sure I played some 4s already, which means that next turn I will be in the mountain and I might get a very crappy turn. So let's say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my decisions are between those two spaces, essentially 2 not realistic options. It's between 4 and 5. If I'm playing a 5, I am 2 away from getting away from the mountain. So assuming I have a very crap turn next turn, I can at worst play a fatigue or something and get out of the mountain. So definitely a 5. No choice there. The 4, I don't think the 4 is realistic. Though I do regret not have playing my 5 next turn very much. That was so bad. But that's the game sometimes. I would have more interesting decisions, and my options are 3, 7, 2. That is a shuffle. That's why it's on the wrong direction. So I have to reshuffle. And actually, I need one more card because I have the tailwind. So I'm saying 5 cards. Pretty sure I'll take the 7. as I said last turn, I think I consider myself on the final sprint for that race with the ruler. I know that means I'm going to get a lot of fatigue and the next race will be messed with the ruler. That's fine. Maybe I will take the next race really slow and just try to get rid of my fatigue, try to stay at the back of the pack, but at least do the maximum number of points that I can on this race, get all of the mountain points, get all of the sprint points, get all of the combativity points that I say I was not going to get, but at the end of the day I stay in front, so I will get a lot of those combativity for being first this race. So overall that race should give me a lot of points for my ruler. It will mean the next race will probably be really bad, but so it is. I've not checked what the next race look like, so I don't know if there's special rules or anything that will mean that, I guess, if I have a lot of fatigue, what do I hope for? I guess I'm hoping for a lot of decent. I will see how many decent there is. So anyway, the rest is all of my fatigue. Talking about the fatigue. So I should have 3-7, fatigue. And I want to sprint, I want to go fast, I want to win the race. I play the 7, but that's scary. Because as soon as I'm no longer in that zone, I only draw 4 cards as the rest of the game. If I'm drawing that until the last turn before the end, ouchies, that will be a bad turn. We'll see if that happens. Okay. So this turn is a turn where I'm going fast. Gotta go fast with a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm first. I'm getting the special sprint point. Yoo-hoo! And I'm just in front. I don't calculate that. I knew I wanted to. I mean, none of the options was realistic anyway, but that is perfect. I am just in front of the mountain. That's exactly what I want, so I used all of my 7 movements, and now I'm ready to cross the mountain, even with a 3 next turn, if that's my best option, that will still clear the mountain entirely, and then there is no more mountain after that. It's all I'll go. I think the only thing that after that is a weight terrain, but weight is only dangerous if you're in the back. When you're in the front, it doesn't matter for you. So I am Gucci unless I do some really bad rolls. I should be Gucci for the rest. Everything should be nice. Okay, enough talking. Resolving the rest. Let's go. Black first, right? Yes, black. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Green. 7, but that's a 5. It's still on the mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blue. Where's blue? 7, so it's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red is a 5. That's a sprinter? No, yeah, it is a sprinter. Sprinter red, sprinter green is a 3. 1, 2, 3. Sprinter white. It's a 2. 1, 2. Me. I played a 5 with my sprinter. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's good enough. No fatigue. And yeah, that's fine. I'm pretty happy with that result. Ruler white. Where are you? There you are. Fatigue. Sprinter black. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that was your guaranteed 5. You guaranteed 5, you roll a 5 anyway. Oh well, better than to roll a 7 or you're a sprinter, better than to roll a 9 then. This is red sprinter. Oh yeah, red is 0. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, oh, he catch back. Good for him. And sprinter blue is a 5. 1, 2, 3. And blue is still sad. He did not manage to catch yet, but he's getting there. Okay, slipstream situation. 2 away, no slipstream. 2 away, no slipstream. Those are in the mountain, no slipstream, even if they're. Those are in the mountain, no slipstream. And those are in the mountain, no slipstream for you. Nobody gets a slipstream. So let's do the cleanup. Get rid of the fatigue. Played. Now I'm going to give the fatigue. A lot of fatigue this turn. So my ruler is getting a fatigue again. Green and black, fatigue. Blue, fatigue. And on both of his. Red, the ruler gets a fatigue. White, I think that's a sprinter. Yeah, it's a sprinter gets a fatigue for white. That's it. Blue I already given. There we go. And at that point, I think I will have to reorganize the board. Sadly, blue is still annoying me by being so far behind that it's preventing me. If he was one more step, I could remove him. Maybe I will still remove that and just leave him just behind by one step. We know it's just one step for the mountain. Oh yeah, but he's in a descent. That's information I need to not forget, because if he play a 2 or something, he's in the guaranteed 5 turn. That's a lot of people are. So maybe I'll try to keep that if I can for that information, but I need to add a lot of there. But I mean, yeah, I'm not sure. I think I might have to remove that to be able to fit the end of the race. I guess we'll see. No need to think about it, just do it. So I will see you as soon as I did that. Here we go again. So I do the cleanup. Actually, that's not in frame. That's me. Adjust that. Oof. No, I'm not ready. Okay, here we go. Back after the cleanup. And you might look at that and say, well, didn't you just say that after that mountain was a 3-pole straight line to the finish line? Yeah, that's what I thought. Turned out I was wrong. When I was redouble checking during the cleanup, I missed that part. The sprint, the final sprint actually starts there. I forgot all of those. That straight line, which is technically a tailwind and also a special sprint. I should have realized I only did one of the special sprint, and so that should have been key that I was missing something. I should also realize that my deck are nowhere near the state where they are when we're finishing a race, so that should have triggered me that something was wrong, but that didn't. So I started my échappée way too soon with my ruler. All of that extra road that I have to go through before the final sprint means that my 3-7s are nowhere near enough to reach the end, and I will have to play some mediocre card and get catch back by the rest of the squad. So we'll see how that turns out, but yeah, bad surprise. I guess that's what you get by playing the map just by little parts. It's not ideal to have a clear view of the global of the map. I guess I should have printed the small reminder with the total shape of the map. Maybe I will do that. If I have the same issue, I have to play on small parts on race 3, and I suspect that will still be the case unless I find a solution to make that camera a little higher so that I see more. Then I will also print and display that reminder of the shape somewhere as a reference so that you can see what the total shape is. That will also avoid me doing those type of tactical mistake where I thought I was smart, turned out I was a dum-dum. And yeah, let's say that the good thing is I'm going to have all of those jersey points, but I'm not sure I'm going to win that race. I actually think I'm in a terrible position now because I'm going to have way too much fatigue when we reach for the final sprint. So yeah, big oof. That's where we are. We are at the big oof. Anyway, let's play the turn. So my ruler is just in front of the last climb of the map, and I double check that is the last climb of the map. I was at least right on that. There is a descent after that in the final sprint, but no more climb. And my options are fatigue 3, 4, and 6. And yeah, that deck is not looking good. No, it is not looking good at all. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to not play my 6. I need to be as optimal with my energy as possible for the rest of the race. So it's between 2, 3, and 4. And even if I love to get rid of fatigue, 2 is not an option this turn because 2 will leave me in the mountain. And that is bad. I don't want to be in the mountain. I will want to be restricted to 5 next turn. I still have a lot of 7 in my deck. I mean, I guess not a lot. 2. I didn't double check, but I'm pretty sure I only play 1 7. So I still have 2 7. I want to have the option to be able to play them here. Especially because that zone is tailwind, so I'm only going to read 3 cards. Actually, that's kind of a reason to stay in the mountain. Let me think about that for a second. If I'm staying in the mountain next turn, I draw my 4 cards, but I can only move to 5. Or I can play my 3 or my 4, and I only 3 cards, but I no longer have the restrictions. Do I have any chance to avoid fatigue? No. I'm going to get the fatigue. The slowest I can do is 2, but anybody behind me can only do 5 because of the mountain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at best they can just catch me, but they cannot go in front of me. That said, that might be another reason to play the 2, because if they catch up to me, as I say, I have a lot more race to do than I thought I will have to do, which means that I need to think about trying to slipstream again, trying to avoid fatigue again. So having people catch up to me so that they can get in front of me, to do that will be good. And that's what the 2 offer me. The 2 offer me the option from the green and black ruler that are just behind me to catch up to me, and maybe they will be in front of me in that part. Because if I go there and I play a 7, they have no chance to catch up. They will still beat the mountain next turn, which means they will do a 5 max. So if I do a 7 here, nobody's catching up to me until the end. And if they catch up to me at the end, that means I will not be able, it will be too late. I mean, at that point, my rule deck will be fatigues. I will not be able to do anything, and that will be a mess. So even if I love to play 7 here, I cannot. It is not a good move to play 7 next turn, which means that I much rather have my 4 card that my restriction to 5 max move. The restriction to 5 max move is probably not an issue. I will almost certainly not play a 6 or 7 next turn. I want people to get in front of me again. So I am playing my fatigue with the ruler. No, let's go with a sprinter. The sprinter is still at the end of the mountain. And he has a 9, 2, 3, and 9 as an options. The 2 9s will be lost to 5. I want to say I will not consider it. That's not true. Maybe if I really need the stress step from the over the 3, but oh my god, that is not a good priority. I don't want to play 9 on a mountain. Bleh. So what the 3 and the 2 give me? 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. So I will be there in both cases. That's the tailwind area, which is good. If I am here, I can do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, so I cannot play a 9 for 4. Even if at the very beginning of that zone, I cannot play a 9 for 4. The best of 9 will give me is 8 points. Not even 8 points, I think, because 7. Because I will not be able to enter the mountain, right? Let's double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. So which means that 9 will not be an option next turn. So it doesn't matter. So those will not matter until after we cross the last mountain pass. And that does mean that I kind of want to get as fast as possible out of that mountain pass, which push me to use the 3 with the sprinter. If I'm playing a 3, I'm here. Can I? What happens if I play a 5 next turn? First of all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll still be there. And I'll still do, yeah. Whatever I do not have a good sequence of turn that will cross me there into. I think it's guaranteed to take me 4 turns to cross that last mountain pass. No, 3 turns. Right, it'll be 1 air. Oops, sorry. 1 air, then 1 in that area, and then 3. No, I'm right. 3 will be in the mountain pass, and 4 will be finally out of the mountain pass. So I'm in no hurries to play good card with a sprinter right now. I know it's going to suck. And the other consideration is in that area right here, the split streaming is active again. So I do want to set up some split streaming. So which one is the most chance to get some slipstream? So is it more chance for somebody to be here or here? Who can end up there? The ruler, because he's a ruler, has a more chance to do a 3 than a 2. A 2 is only his fatigue. So the ruler has a higher chance to be there. And the sprinter, 1, 2, 5, is also have a better chance to be here because he's in the mountain, so both his 5 and his 9 end up here. Only the 4 end up here. Which mean that, yeah, I want to be here. I want to be a 2, and 2. Where is my sprinter? So that's my thing. So the optimal play is a 2. It's not even a fatigue, that's my regular 2. But I'm pretty sure that's the optimal play. That's my maximum chance to get some slipstream on him. I can't go fast anyway with the sprinter for 4 turns. So it's no points trying to. I guess I need to not be slow enough that it's 5 turns instead of 4, so I need to be careful with that. But still. It's a ultra slow turn. It's a good I go slow. Good I go slow. Yep. Oh well. Let's use that resolve. Router. Start with a 2. And then that's a fatigue. I will immediately remove it to remember that. I don't know how to do that. I did that like 5 different ways during the game. That's fine. Anyway, I removed it so that I know I don't get it back. Then those 2 little guy, black first. Where did I put black? Oh, there, I put it there. Is rolling a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, I played the 2. I was like, oh, did he catch it back to me? But yeah, that was the point. That was the point that they could catch back to me. And green is doing a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't believe I blocked green. Wow. Okay. At least that's good. That means that I still get fatigue this turn, but starting next turn I might be able to do some slipstreaming, something like that. Blue. No, that's white. Blue is top here. 3. 1, 2, 3. Red. 2. 1, 2. Really? You're going to remove my slipstreaming? That is not very nice. I don't know if I would get a slipstreaming, so maybe it's good that it's there because that's no fatigue for me. But anyway, 2. 1, 2. But that's removing my slipstreaming options. And 7. Actually, if 7 does 5, we all 3 of us slipstream on blue, right? So do a 5. You're a sprinter green. Do a 5 or a 9. Go for it, and it's a 2. Never mind. Oh well. Sprinter white is doing fatigue. Then it's ruler white. He's doing a 4. 4. And sprinter black. He's doing, what is that? It's a special 5. So the special 5s are in their deck. I think that's the first one I draw. Wait, are that in the sprinter deck? Yeah, it's a sprinter deck, yes, correct. 1, 2, 3, where was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why does that feel wrong? Okay. Sprinter red. 3, 1, 2, 3. Sprinter blue has a chance to finally catch back. If he's doing a 5 or a 9, why you sprinter blue? There you go, and you're doing a 9. Yes. I mean, you're still losing 4 movement on that. That's not ideal, but at least you finally stop taking fatigue every turn. Good for you. Okay, so slipstreaming. No slipstreaming. We are 3 away and 2 away. Sad, but that's how it is. Fatigue. I take a fatigue on my ruler. And black take a fatigue on his ruler. And I didn't do the cleanup. Let me do that first. Too late. I've started. Let's not interrupt my process when I'm doing that. Hopefully I will not confuse the type of fatigue. Blue ruler. You are here. Red ruler. You are here. And then let's do the cleanup. So that fatigue actually goes away. Those go here. That fatigue actually goes away. Those goes here. And those goes here. Fully I did that correctly. And I already removed my other fatigue. And that goes here. Okay. Let's go for the next turn. So we are in the Edwin situation. I'm only drawing 3 cards with my ruler. I guess let's start with the ruler, yes. The options are 3, fatigue, and fatigue. Yep. No. What do I say? I explicitly not moved in the Edwin, so I have 4 cards. I'm still on the mountain. So I also have 5 as an option. Do I want to play the 5? Nope. Absolutely not. Because I say, last turn, I want green and black to get in front of me so they can help me slipstream and stop getting fatigue. And since we're all 3 on the mountain, if I play the 5, they can't get in front of me anyway. So 5, not an option. So my options are 3 or fatigue 2. If I play 2, and they all both do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still get a slipstream. So I think if I'm playing 2, it's almost impossible to get a fatigue. The only way I get a fatigue if it's black is also playing a fatigue this turn. And if that's the case, I still want to be with him and not be in front of him. So yep, definitely fatigue for my ruler this turn is correct. And then my sprinter is all the way there and he's in the headwind zone, so he does have 5 cards. And his choices are fatigue, 3, and I need to reshuffle. His deck is really, really small at that point. How many cards is that? 1, 2, 3. I have 6, 7, 8 cards only. Do I even have enough cards to finish the race? I guess I still have 2 9, right? I only was 9, 1 9 so far. So I have 2 9s to. That will be a lot of work in the once I've and after the pass, the last pass. Okay, 5, 2, and 4. That does mean I'm going to see my 2 9 next turn, and I know that I will not be able to play them next turn. So, oh well. Okay. So, if I play my 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I still don't reach the mountain. So, because I want my 5 to cross the mountain optimally, but that will put me right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I play a 5 now, and next turn 5, I play a 5, or I guess a 9 if I really have to. I don't think I will, even if I have the options. I can cross the mountain in 2 turns. So it kind of depends of do I have a 9 left, 5 left or not. And that's the point where I don't know, because that's the point where open information actually will have impact my decision making or not. If I have right to play open information, I will double check how many 5 I play with my sprinter. I know I played 1, I don't know if I played 2. If I played only 1, I'm guaranteed to see next turn, and the double 5 is definitely what I want to do. If I've played 2, I know that I can't cross the mountain next turn because I will not play a 9 for that. In that case, I don't want to play the 5, I want to keep it for later. I'll probably play the 4. Perhaps I will even consider playing the fatigue to get rid of the fatigue. So I'll make a call because for me it's more fun if I double check. I like to map everything, I like to plan, I like to optimize. That's what I find fun. Hopefully that is okay. So let's double check what the sprinter has played. So there is one of the 5 here, and the other 5 is here. So I did already play 2 of the 5 with the sprinter. That's what I thought, but I was not 100% sure. Okay. So, since I play both 5, and I know I have still a lot of road left, definitely the 5 is not an option here, because I know I need 3 turns to go through the mountain, so I need to play all of those crappy cards and give me the last 5 and the last 2 9 to finish the race after that, to sprint to the finish. And honestly, even the 4, I feel like I will need to sprint to the finish. I could calculate how many space there is from the end of that mountain pass to the finish. Actually, I'm half tempting to do it right now to see if I need that 4 or not. Do I do it? Do I do it? Okay, quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I need 26 moves after the mountain pass to crush the finish line. I will have 2 9, that's 18. I will have 1 5, that's 24. So I will still have to play one good card on top after that, which means I want my 4 to be that card, to be as fast as possible, and also to, in case I don't see my 5, the 4 will still be on okay options. It gives me a little more options there. So that gives me the option between 2, 3, and 2. The 2 is not an option because if I'm going to play the 2, I'm going to play the fatigue 2. So it's fatigue or 3. If I don't play any 4 or anything, it will take me so long to cross that mountain pass now. Ugh. So bad. Yeah, so I really want to set up some slipstream right here, right? Okay. So let's say I reconsider the 4 as a possible option. I'm changing my mind. So 3 options, 2, 3, or 4. Which one gives me the most chance of slipstreaming? I don't think I can be blocked. That is not an issue. I mean, I guess I can, but I will be... No, because if I'm blocked, that would be... Even if I'm ultra unlucky, the blockage will be here. And that's like 6 away from me. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6 away. So I can't get there anyway. So blue can end up here if he's doing a fatigue, and that gives me an options only to slipstream if I play the 4. Red can always slipstream with him if he's playing 1 more than whatever I'm playing, and that's a ruler. So my 2 can play a 3, my 3 can play a 4, my 4 can play a 5. So doesn't really change what I'm playing. The sprinter that I behind me, for them to slipstream, they will need to play +3. I mean, to make me slipstream, they will have to play +3 from what I'm playing, right? So we'll have to play 1, 2, 3. Then they will be on one way, and we need to have the same move. But the maximum they can do is 5. So the only way I can slipstream on those 2 is to play my 2. And then I have a chance to slipstream them if they roll high. And seems that the only other option that was making a difference is 4 was giving me a chance of slipstream on blue if he was doing a fatigue. But that seems highly unlikely. I think both sprinter, I guess not both, but either one of the 2 sprinter rolling high is much more likely than blue rolling fatigue. So fatigue it is. And that's another gonna go slow turn of double fatigue. I do not like that. Do not enjoy that at all. But I'm pretty sure that is correct. Let's put that in the right. So that's recycle, right? So face up. Do not enjoy that. Let's remove that. I don't need it anymore. Okay. Well, let's resolve. I'm doing a fatigue. Then it's a black. Black's doing a fatigue as well. Then it's a green. Green is doing a 3. Ha. No good. Nobody went in front of me. But that's what I say. That's the only case when I was still taking a fatigue this turn. But sometimes, if they were going to do that, I still want to play as low as possible, though they can go over me next turn anyway. So the 2 was still correct. I stand by that. Still sucks, but it's still correct. Ruler blue is doing a fatigue. Everybody is doing fatigue today. Red. Oh, that's me. Why is red? Red is here. He's doing a 7. 6. That's not a bad 7, actually. He's losing 1, but It's not a bad 7 at all. I don't mind that. Then some me doing my fatigue again. And then it's a green sprinter. Green sprinter is doing a 4. That is not enough to slipstream, but that's enough to prevent me from doing the fatigue. So I'm guaranteed not getting a slipstream this turn, but no fatigue either. I'll take that. It's not the optimal. That's not the optimal result, but it's still good enough. Black is doing a fatigue anyway. And then, well, you are ruler white. Doing a 4. Sprinter white is doing his 9. That is really bad for him because that's only a 5. 3, 4. Never mind. That is a 4. That is extra mega bad for you. Not only were you restricted to 5, but the 5 was blocked. Ouch. It was a bit of an ouchie. Sprinter red is doing his special 5. And it's only a 4 because of the blockage. I get that whole blockage is my fault. My mess. Sorry. Sorry, little bots. That's my fault by being slow. I made a mess. And it's doing Sprinter Blue doing a 5. Oh, that's interesting. We all did a big pack again at the end. That's cool. That almost looked like a real race. The way the pack are set up, like the big pack and then 2 échappés in front. That looks cool. Okay. There was other fatigue, so let's get rid of the fatigue first before I mess up. So 2 sprinter, 3 runners. So that there. And then what else? So no sleep streaming. And the fatigue, so I get a fatigue on my ruler. Black gets a fatigue on his ruler. Red gets a fatigue on his ruler. And green gets a fatigue on his sprinter. There we go. And the cleanup for the AI. Plop, plop, plop. Plop, plop. No, that's already... Oh, that was a double fatigue. Okay. There we go. Wow, I almost gave all of the ruler fatigue from the deck. I don't know where that go. I don't know what happened if I run out of fatigue to give the AI. I guess I will have to ask the official for that. Hopefully that doesn't happen this race. Okay, so my ruler needs to shuffle, and I'm in the tailwind area. So I'm going to get 3 cards. There's still the consideration that this is a special sprint, so there is extra point if I'm finishing that area first. But I mean, if 3 points for first, 2 point for second, 1 point for third, I'm at that point essentially guaranteed to be third, so I'm guaranteed to have at least 1 point. I don't know how much I want to fight for the other 2 points, honestly. I much rather bite it for now, get slow, stop getting fatigue, and try to get in a better situation to win the race. But that's my ruler deck is pretty big right now, and I'm pretty sure, like, it's 13 card. Yeah, it's 13 card, and I'm pretty sure all of that, like, it's at least half of it is fatigues. So, yeah. Okay. 3 cards. 3 fatigue. Yep. I am not surprised. I am not surprised at all. So anyway, So that's not an option because it's between fatigue and 3. Let's see. So if I do fatigue, I get a slipstreaming if the ruler does 4. If I do 3, I get it if he's doing 5. And for him, he needs 3 more, right? So if I play the fatigue, I will get on his 5. And if I play the 3, I will get on his 6. I don't want to double check everything. But basically what I'm saying is it doesn't matter what I'm playing in terms of it's the same chance. I could check the deck and I could check how many they played of each, but I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do that. That's so. With the knowledge that I have, it's as likely that I get slipstreaming with either. I guess there is something else that can happen is I could get in a situation where I could get slipstreaming, but the other one gets in the middle. And it might be that situation might be slightly more likely with a 3, right? That would be, so that would happen if black is doing, like if I play 3 and he's doing a 5, and green is also doing a 5. No, it's the same thing, because if I play a 2, then that will be a 4, and a 4 will do the same situation. So everything is the same. So just a question of do I want to be one more forward? And I would say no. I'm much more interested in getting rid of one of my fatigue than I am at being one forward. So fatigue it is. Why do I feel like that will be another double fatigue turn? Oh well, let's see the sprinter. So sprinter has 5 cards, right? So it's a 3, 9, 9, and I have to reshuffle the rest. So sprinter is in the opposite situation of ruler, where his deck is starting to get very thin. And he has, I think he has no fatigue at that point. I don't think he has any fatigue left. Maybe he has 1. I think I get rid of all of it, so I think it's... But I mean, I still think he might still have 1 or 2 of the natural 2 that the sprinter has. Oh, I still have 2. And 5 and 2. Yeah, I still have a natural 2. But 995, so all of that is what I want to use to sprint. Which I mean, he's a sprinter. That's what he's supposed to be doing. He's supposed to sprint at the end. So the 995 is always going to do that. So all of that out of the question, I remove it immediately as an option. So now it's between 3 and 2. And what I want is some slipstreaming. And I think if I'm playing the 3, slipstreaming is not, it's still possible, but very unlikely. So essentially, if I play 3, I will end up here. And it's still possible to have slipstream because that's still before the mountain. But that needs to be empty, that needs to be with somebody. And if I play the 2, I mean, I guess the same situation. That needs to be with somebody, that needs to be empty. And I cannot chain the slipstreaming anywhere because of the mountain pass and the climb. So I don't think it matters. I guess the only thing that matters is if I play the 2, that might make me stuck in the mountain 1 more turn, right? If I play the 2, if I play the 3, let's say I play 3 next turn and then the 2, so it's 3 turns of suckage. If I play the 2 right now, another 2 or 3, and then I will not be able to play more. So it's 4, yeah. So actually, I'm going to play the 3. Even if it doesn't give me more chance to get slipstreaming, I don't think, but it's give me slightly more chance to 1 less slow where I'm stuck because of the mountain pass. I can't play my good card yet. And if I can get 1 less turn of that, that would be good, I think. No, I was right. Sprinter on the left, ruler on the right. So, yep. There we go. Let's resolve another slow turn, starting with black. No, starting with me. I'm still on the front, technically, but I'm doing another fatigue. I'm like, come on guys, go in front of me. I'm going so slow right now. I cannot go slower. I'm full on brake. What do you want me from me? I can't brake faster. Okay, let's go with red, with black. 5, finally. 2, 3, 4, 5. Except it's too far away. I can't slipstream on him. Boo! Let's see red. Green, I mean. And that's a 5. Oh, that's really good, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes! Yes! That does mean 1 slipstream for me. Love that. Okay, great. So that's set up. No, those little guys in the middle, they are red. So 4, and blue. The 5. Oh wow. Yeah. I didn't realize they would catch with me this turn and they were going to get slipstream on me. Yeah, that suddenly, instead of a trio of potential winners, we have 5 potential winners for the end of the race. Okay, the backpack. Let's see where we are. Sprinter green. It's doing a 5. Then that's me with a 3. And that's white. He's doing a 3. And then the sprinter black. He's doing a 2. And sprinter white. He's doing a 3. And sprinter red. He's doing a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's stuck in the shoulder of the mountain. And sprinter blue. He's doing a 9. So same thing. I need to count. I know he's going to be stuck in the mountain. Here we go. And actually, all of that SPAC slipstream, because they are blocked by the mountain and could not move in the mountain because of the restriction for the 5 move. They are still not in the mountain, which means that technically slipstreaming still applies to them, which means that wall pack slipstream on them and gain 1 free move. Oh, that's good. That means 1 less. This means lower chance to be stuck 1 more turn in that stupid mountain pass that is really blocking the sprinter right now. Okay, and right here we have those 2 are slipstreaming on me, and then we 3 are slipstreaming on green. Here we go. So I'm the only one that played the fatigue this turn. And let's do the cleanup for the rest of the cards. There we go. I'm ready for the next turn. You know what? I'm actually going to do Sprinter first, because I'm kind of curious of does Sprinter manage to get out of his predicament. The options are 4, 3, so I can see everything that I have in my deck right now, which is I'm shuffling 2, 9, a 5, and a 2. So I think I want to not play the 2, would be my guess. I think 4 and 3, hopefully. No, I say I need 9, 9, 5, and 3 to cross the finish line. So I need 2 or 4 or something like that, but I won't need. So I'll probably need to play the 2 and the 3. I think I will have to play my whole deck to cross the finish line, essentially. That's what I'm saying. So let me finish the shuffle. So I probably need to play the 2, and I need to play the 3, so I will need to play them right now to get rid of them. Though I guess I can't slipstream. Maybe they will find situation later where I can play them and have a slipstream potential, but I'm really back at the back of the pack right now. My sprinter is not that bad position because I really why the AI are randomly taking their deck out, so they have still average deck. My deck is still really good with my sprinter. Is really going to get. I don't think he will catch up with those 5 guys, but my guess is my sprinter. I will take a bet that my sprinter would end up on 6th position at that point, maybe even 5th position. I think he will catch up with them and get a decent time. Anyway, let's see. So 4, 3, 5, 9. The 5 and the 9 are no. I want. Actually, let's think about the 5 for a second. I know I'm going to have to play everything. I know I have to play everything. The 5 give me out of the mountain right now. The 5 give me out of the mountain right now, which means I can play a 9 next turn and perhaps catch back that, and then maybe use a 2 or 3s on that group with slipstreaming. So you know what? I think I'm playing the 5. I think I'm playing the 5. Yeah, that's put me just after the mountain pass. That does mean I'm in the tailwind and I am -1, but I know I'm drawing a 9. I only have 2 cards left in my deck, and one of them is a 9. I think the other one, that's a 9 and a 2, I can tell you. For certain. And I'm almost certain from here I'm going to play the 9. So yeah, 5 it is for the sprinter. And the ruler, let's see where we are. Options are 4, fatigue, fatigue, and fatigue. Yep. Oh, sorry. One of those fatigue is for next turn. I'm still in the tailwind situation. I only draw 3 cards. So it's 4 fatigue, and I know I'm drawing a fatigue next turn. I guess I was not supposed to know that. Oopsie. Oh, not the end of the world. Is the 4 more likely to give me... I think I still have what I was saying when I was there, and I was thinking, yeah, my ruler can definitely sprint to the end line, and I was definitely wrong, and I played extremely incorrectly. But what I was saying at that point was, I think I still have all my 7. Or if I play the 7, I play only 1. I'm pretty sure I have a lot of 7 back in my deck, which means that now that I'm here, I might be able to sprint to the finish line. Because after that, there is a 3 straight finish line, and I will say, so let me double check. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6, 12, and 2, 14. So I need 14 more than what is showing right now to cross the finish line. So if I play 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that means that even if I play my 2 right now, and I do 3, 7 after that, I'll cross the finish line. But the 4 allow me a little more wiggle room, where if I miss one of the 7 and still get, I don't know what's remaining in my deck, but I might get some of the 4 or 5 or something like that, that will still be good enough. So I'm very likely to play my 4. Does that change drastically the chance of slipstreaming this turn? If I am on 2, so I'll be here, I slipstream if somebody is here. That would be black on 2, which is not possible. I mean, I guess if fatigue on, it will need to be fatigue on black. 3 for green, which is possible. And those 2 are ruler. Be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they will need to be 5 on the ruler, which is definitely possible. If I play 4, then I slipstream if somebody's here, which would be 4 on black, 5 on green, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on blue and green. So actually, it doesn't really change anything. Could change if I knew the count of the card and say, oh, they use all their 7. But since I'm not authorizing myself to do that, and I don't have the memory, especially when talking out loud, to memorize everything that the AI has played. I have no idea what they played. So essentially, that's the same chance of slipstreaming. And I can't be blocked. I mean, I guess I technically can block, but it's super unlikely. Let's count that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am blocked. Even if I play my 4, I can only be blocked if black fatigues and green threes. That will be very unlikely. So I think I'm playing my 4. I guess another consideration that I've not taken into account yet, which is if I play one of the fatigue, it's one less fatigue that is shuffle in the deck. Yeah, but then I shuffle the 4 instead, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter for this race. I don't think I'm going to reshuffle more than 1 until the end of the race. Anyway, because my deck is still pretty big for the ruler because of all the fatigue in it. So I don't think I will shuffle enough that shuffle consideration will matters. So here it is. Sprinter 5, ruler 4. Finally, some action. No more 2s. No more pairs of 2s. Okay. Black is first and is doing a 3. Green is doing a 2. 1, 2. That was almost the thing that screwed me. It would have been reversed, and then they will have screwed me over really hard. Well, it's me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's red. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then blue. So 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, we stay as a pack. And then is green. That's a sprinter green, right? Sprinter green, yeah. Is fatiguing. Okay. And then the 2 sprinter, red and blue, starting with red. Red fatigues. Blue. Do a 9, which is a 5 because of the mountain pass. 5. Yeah. Someone's doing some slipstreaming at least. Wait, I'm going some slipstreaming at least. Yes, I'm playing a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I miscounted. No slipstreaming for anyone. Oopsie. Oh well, I'm finally out of that mountain pass. That's all I wanted. Now I can finally play my 9 on my sprinter and try to sprint, which is what it's supposed to do. So let's sprint. Okay. Wait. Wow, there is a ruler all the way back. What are you doing, white? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then sprinter white. It's fatiguing. And then sprinter black. It's doing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And no slipstream for you. We are in the mountain pass, so we're going to get a fatigue instead. No slipstream for the rest. Anybody else? So let's just clean up. So all of those fatigues are discarded. And then everything is not a fatigue, go in the middle. Here we are. There we go. And I think I have to do the last cut, where I remove, hopefully that's enough to removing those 3 pieces. If it's not, I might have to remove that and know that the sprinter white is just 1 behind that mountain pass. And then I will add the 3 sprints, the final sprint there. Hopefully that fits. I'm not even sure that fits. Oh well. Let's try to see what I can do with that. Yeah. I'll see you in a second. And we are back for the exciting finale of that race from Gijon to Limpias in the maybe Pyrenees, maybe not, I'm not sure. I guess in the trademark-free Pyrenees. Okay, so I think I managed to have everything. We should see white sprinter on the back right here. That was the last. There is just, that's a mountain pass that we almost everybody has crossed at that point. That's the part I forgot about. And then finally, the final sprint I was thinking was way before it was. And I'm not sure you're going to see everything, but you should see the finish line. That is just right here. If I maybe, I don't know, maybe I can push it a little. Let's see if I can try to push it a little so you see a little more. That does mean that doesn't fit anymore. Oh well, let's see if I can, maybe like that. Do you see it? I think you see it. Hopefully you do. Yeah, I think you do. Yeah, you see it. Okay. You will not see all of the space that will be after the finish line, but I will tell you what happens if by how many space I crossed, or me or the other runner has crossed. The other runner, if it matters, it will matter for tiebreakers on positions as per the normal Flamme Rouge rules. Okay. The last thing to notice is that last area just before the finish line is as the weather wet. Red is no longer fitting in the camera with that. Let me put them that. Yeah, but now it's white that is on the road. Yeah. Been an issue that whole race to fit everything on the camera. Oh well, I'm not there. Yeah, I think you should be able to see the white ruler. I will announce what it draws anyway. Okay. So yeah, I was saying the last thing to know is that part is wet weather, but it really doesn't matter because wet weather only impacts if you're crashing. And chance of crashing very, very low. So reminder, we crash if you lose movements. So if you were supposed to do, you played for a 6 and you can only do a 5, either because of a mountain or because of is a blockage by other cyclists, then you crash. I think mountain counts. I'm not sure. I can double check that. Doesn't matter. There is no mountains after. But I think if you're wet and mountains and playing something more than a 6, more than a 5, and it block at the beginning of the mountain, it will crash you there at the beginning of the mountain. And crashing means that next turn you move 2 less at whatever you've played because you have to get back on your back. That counts too. But as I was saying, at that point, chance of blockage in that area just before the finish, when everybody, at least I will be sprinting and go as fast as I can. Fairly low. Most of the sorry, there was an accident. There we go. The pothole in the road is repaired. The road is usable again. Yeah. So chance of blockage fairly low, I think, for me. I guess my sprinter on the 9, because same thing, I will try to go as fast as possible in that part, so I will play my 9 very probably. My season blockage, my crash. We'll see. That might impact, but my bet, if I were to do a bet, my bet is that wet weather will have 0 impact on the game and nobody will crash. But we'll see. Anyway, here we are. So let's start with my ruler, because my ruler, I'm getting excited that maybe I can finally do the échappée that I was planning on doing earlier, and I messed up very, very bad. But now is the time to do it. And so I'm no longer in the headwind part, so I can finally draw my 4 cards again. So let's go 4 cards. Fatigue, 3, 5, and 3. That is not the échappée I was planning to do, but that is okay. I know I still have 7s in my deck, so play my 5 and hope to draw my 7 on the next turns. I'm not even going to count anything. I guess I should count that. Yeah, okay, let me take a second. You're going too fast. Didn't overthink that turn enough. Need to overthink more. Let's go in overthink mode. There is a descent here. There is a descent on those 3 squares. If I play 5, I do end up in there, and even if I slipstream, I will still be in there. So I'm pretty sure I'm playing my 5. I'm not going to reshuffle my deck until the finish line, so any fatigue that I gain does not impact me for this race. It still impact me for the next race, and I think next race is gonna suck hard, really hard. But we'll get there when we get there. And 2 and 3 doesn't give me the descent anyway. So yeah, easy 5. Here we go. Sprinter is all the way back there. He's drawing 3 cards, but I know one of them is a 9, and I know I'm going to play the 9. So the rest is just a question of shuffling and seeing what I'm seeing. I don't think it even matters. I guess I can get a fatigue. But unless I get a fatigue next turn, I will have exactly 4 cards, right? So, anyway, that's a 4. I'm playing the 9 for sure. What made the option do not matter. I want to go fast. I want to catch with the échappée of the 5 ruler in the front. So it's a 9. Let's go. Let's resolve. Starting with black. Ruler black. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that's dangerous. Then it's me with a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that doesn't even slip through me. Well, that was a good 7 for him. Red ruler. What is your red? You're here, you're doing a 3. And you're going to slipstream on me, probably. Green ruler. Let's do a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That prevents red from slipstreaming. That's good for me. Blue is doing a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It's a fairly good pack. It's fairly decent. Sprinter blue is doing a 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm doing my 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. I mean, I guess one more would have been 1 slipstream, but anyway, I'm happy I catch up with that, which means with my 9, which means I don't get fatigue. I'm in the pack. If I get my other 9, which I think I'm guaranteed to at that point, should put me in a really good spot to finish in 2 turns with my sprinter, which actually my sprinter might win. That's the crazy thing. It might. With the ruler being in front in the whole game, I think my sprinter has the chance to win. As crazy as that sounds. Then I resolved blue already. That's a green sprinter. He's doing a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. White ruler. He's doing fatigue. Red sprinter is doing a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Black sprinter is doing a 3. 1, 2, 3. And then white sprinter is doing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really? Blockage at that point of the game? Yeah, I guess it is what it is. That's a 5. At least all of those little guys do a slipstream. So that's that for them. No slipstream edge here. So let's do the cleanup before I give the fatigue. I've not been consistent with doing the order of those operations, but I don't think I messed up with the fatigue. Hopefully I did not. I really don't think I did. Black gets a ruler fatigue. Then I get a ruler fatigue. And then both blue and green get a sprint fatigue. Okay. Next turn. I'll start with the sprinter because I know I'm going to play the 9. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. I didn't get any other extra fatigue, so I have only 4 cards, so I know exactly the 4 cards I'm drawing. I'm not going to shuffle those 2 random cards. I know that my deck is 2, 4, 3, 9, and that's everything that is my deck. So let me double check, but I'm pretty sure I'm playing the 9 this turn. With me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, the 4 is not enough, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, boo, I needed my 5. Oh well. So even if I slipstream, I will need to slipstream twice to cross next turn, which is almost impossible. I'm pretty sure it's impossible to slipstream twice. But anyway, so I guess I can try the other option, try the 4 now, be super lucky and do a double slipstream, and maybe I can set up my ruler to try to help with that, and then play the 9 next turn, because even if I get a fatigue, I'm guaranteed to draw the 9, right? I will have 2, 3, 9 and fatigue in my deck, so I'll guarantee to draw the 9. And if so, yeah, so it's actually a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, the 4 put me in the descent area. Oh, that's interesting. I guess we'll see. But it's a 4. Or is it? Sorry. What if I do a 2 and I end up in the very beginning of the descent area? So I can do guarantee a 5 next turn and then the 9 cross. Because the issue is, if I play a 4 and I get exactly 1 slipstream, I still don't cross with a 9. So I'm still essentially 3 turns away from crossing. And I also don't get the benefit of the descent, because I will be here and the slipstream will remove from the descent, which means that that will now matters, because once again, even the turn when you're crossing the finish line is what matters most, but how far you go after the finish line still matters. So having the descent, which means one of my 2 or 3s that I will have to play, essentially either my 4 or 9 is enough, that will need 2 slipstream, or it's not, and I will have to play an extra card, that will be a 3. But if I do a descent, that 3 is actually a 5, which means I go through extra things behind the finish line, which is good. But actually, that doesn't work, because to guarantee that I am in the descent, I will have to play the 2 or the 3 right now, and then, yeah, I guess I can do that. I can play the 3, so that will put me there. The only way I lose the descent if I get double slipstream, but if I get double slipstream, that's great. That means the 9 is enough to cross. If I get no slipstream or just 1, then I still have the descent. I play my 4 as a 5, and then I play my 9, and that gives me the optimal numbers of things. I guess playing the 4, not getting slipstream, then transforming the 3 as a 5 and the 9 then, is actually one more step. Yeah, playing the 3s may be extra cute. It might be extra cute. I play the 4. Let's not be cute. Let's be realistic and say chance of slipstreaming very low anyway. Even worse if I'm here. So yeah. Okay, ruler is doing options for the ruler are fatigue, 6, and I have to shuffle the rest. So I played my 7 actually. Was I wrong? Did I play my 7? I did play all my 7. Oh my god, I was completely wrong on that. Oh well. That's what you get for having a bad memory. That make you make bad decisions. Okay. So actually, Ruler has only one good card left in his deck, which is a 6. The rest all suck ass. So you know what? I think playing a fatigue this turn. I mean, let's see the last is a 3. So I don't think I play the 6 this turn. I say I'm playing a fatigue. And the reason for that is because... Wait, no, that doesn't work. That would have worked if I played my 3 on the... Yeah, that would have worked if I played the 3 on the sprinter. Oh, that's okay, I can play the 3 instead of my fatigue. So I play my 4 on my sprinter, that put me there. I play the 3 with my ruler, that put me there. And then I guarantee, I mean I don't guarantee, but I have a very high chance of doing at least one slipstream on my sprinter. Bad thing is, that's removing from the descent, so I'll probably don't have the descent effect for the sprinter. Good thing is, it's definitely possible to get a second slipstream here with all of the others. And if I do, then I make my sprinter win the race. Almost certainly, because the 9 will be enough to cross. So essentially by doing that, I abandoning the chance of my ruler doing anything good. I'm abandoning optimizing, so reaching with the sprinter in 3 turns, but optimizing how far I go. Instead, I'm getting the risk of getting the sprinter in 2 turns instead. And it is what it is. I think I'm taking the risk. I think that's the best play. Yep. I think that's the best play. I don't know if that will pay off, but let's see how it goes. Start with black. Ruler is doing a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because black ruler, I'm pretty sure, is at 5 from the finish line, so you have a really high chance of crossing next turn. So if I want to win, I need to win next turn. Actually, if he's crossing, my 9 will just barely cross and I will play after him. So if he's crossing, I can't catch him with him. Even with a double slipstream on 9, I will still be behind. But hey, second place with a sprinter, if I have that, I will take it. And I will consider that a win. Okay, let's finish him. So me, router 3, 1, 2, 3, put him there. Green, doing the router, is doing a 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, here's my double slipstream getting wrecked. Router blue. Where are you, blue? Oh yeah, you are there. Doing a 6. 1, 2. Wait. Wait a minute. I have to roll back. 1, 2, 3. And I played that wrong. I forgot all 3 of us are in the descent. So my 3 is actually a 5, so I shouldn't have played fatigue instead of a 3. That was a mistake. Yep, that was a pure mistake. So I'm doing 5 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. And then green is also doing 5. And then blue is doing, did I reveal blue? Yeah, it's doing 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, do I have a chance to get my 6 back next turn with my ruler? I don't think so. How far am I? No. And I know that my 6 is my only good card. Too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the 6 was not enough to cross. Anyway. Oh yeah, it will because of the slipstream, right? That's what it was. 1, 2, 3, obviously. Yeah, the 6 would have been enough. Oh well. Ruler red. I definitely did a lot of mistakes this game, for sure. So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Though I need to not forget about the wet. It seems we are way more compact than I thought we were going to be. Sprinter is doing a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No slipstream for me. That still means that I'm still in the decent. That I'm going to get a fatigue. Oh well. It is what it is. Sprinter blue. 2. Sprinter green. 2. Sprinter red. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the ruler white. So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the sprinter white is doing 2. And then the sprinter black is doing 2. Wow, that's a lot of slipstream there. So there's slipstream, and then all of those slipstream. I guess it's their benefits for being last. Okay, and actually those slipstream as well. Yeah, let's do the cleanup, and then I will give the fatigue. Ruler black gets a fatigue. That's me, that's my sprinter. It's getting a fatigue. And then that's sprinter red and ruler. Let's go that one time. Sprinter red and ruler white there. And that's it. That was all of the fatigue. And let's go for the last or either last turn or previous to last turn. So actually I'm not going to play sprinter first because I already know what I'm going to play with sprinter. I mean, I know what's in my deck. So that's information I already have. So let's play the ruler instead. Please tell me there is another 6 I forgot about. There is not. So I have 3, 2, 2, 2 with 3 fatigues. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't remember. I think all 3 of those are fatigues anyway. So I think the only way I cross the finish line next turn if I 1A3 is a 6 on the shuffle. And that means that it doesn't matter what I play right now except for the extra space, but that's probably not going to matter a lot. So let's try to get rid of a fatigue. I could count my fatigue to see if that actually matters or not, because that depends if my number of fatigue in my deck is odds or even. Actually, let's see. That is 2. I think that's 3 of them, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I'm right on that 3 fatigue, playing the fatigue now doesn't matter. but I might be wrong. I'm not quite sure. And if I'm wrong by one, that will matter. It will be one less fatigue. I'll take the risk. Doesn't really matter at that point. And sprinter, so it's fatigue 3, 3, 3, 2, and 9. And I know that 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 put me there. Slipstreaming, irrelevant because anyone that is after the finish line disappeared, so they don't slipstream. So I cannot slipstream from here. And the 2 or 3 will be too far away from his back to slipstream. So no chance to do anything. The only thing I'm saying is I might get a fatigue. Yeah, that doesn't matter. I still guarantee. So I guess I play the 9 now. I don't think it matters in which order. I will play the 9 or 3 essentially, but it doesn't really matter in which order I do. I guess one thing could matter is if I get a fatigue, then maybe I will play fatigue next turn to cross, so that I have only 1 fatigue in my deck and those 0 instead of 2 and those 1 in the next race. And that would be, I will know that these turns. So maybe I will play 2 instead of 3 next turn. That's the only thing that could change. Okay, almost there. Let's see who's winning, and that's not going to be me, but at least I should have double somewhat okay classmates with both of my teammates, so at least that. Let's see, Black Ruler is doing a 6. Ooh. 6, and he's winning the race. Yep. Yep, that's well played, Black Ruler. You absolutely stomped us. Pink, that's me. I'm doing the fatigue. Blue is doing 7. 6, 7. Wow. Okay, so he's crossing the finish line as well. Do we see those little guys? Yeah, you see them. So they are both here. They are. And then green ruler. What is green? That's you. Is fatiguing. And red ruler is doing a 4. Which is good. I like that. So that's 1 less fatigue for me. Which is good. I'm doing my 9. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's also good, because that means I'm in front, so I will be playing first next turn. I knew I was going to get a fatigue, and when I was almost guaranteed to get a fatigue with him. Oh yeah, so I can play my 2. Oh yeah, but if I play... Let's finish. Let's finish the setup, and then I will think about that. You are the sprinter red. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that is the ruler white. 3. 1, 2, 3. And then that is, all of those are sprinter after that. So it's blue. Let's do it 2. Green. Is doing a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Black. No, that's black is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And white is 2. Okay, a lot of slipstreaming here. You get that, those two get there. Oh, that should be here. No slipstreaming here, no slipstreaming here, no slipstreaming here anyway, because those already have won the race. So black has won the race, and then blue is second place. Okay, let's do the cleanup. So that's 1 fatigue I'm removing. That is there. That is sprint fatigue. Goes there. Goes there. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to give the fatigue. So sprinter fatigue for my sprinter fatigue for black, and those are double sprinter for green and red. For you guys. And that's it. Okay. I think that's the last turn for me. I guess that depends what the ruler is drawing. Actually, the ruler might not finish this turn. So let's see what he's drawing. He's doing a 2, and a 3. So I was wrong. There was another card that is not fatigue. But doesn't matter because the 3 does not cross. So my only chance to get is the 1 in 6 that the last card is my 6. I feel like I missed the opportunity to play that 6 at some point. I probably did. And that cost me 1 full turn to not have played that 6 essentially. I'm sure I had time where I slow rolled instead of playing that. Oh well. I guess that's also a thematic that I think, from what I remember the few times I walked through the France, I think that happens, where there is someone that does an échappé way too soon, and then they got caught by the people after that, and they are full of fatigue, and then they are I think they crash and burning the rest of the race. So eventually that's what I did with my ruler. That was not the 6. So I'm thinking, so if I play the 3, I'm guaranteeing a fatigue. And so I'll play the 2 to try to remove the fatigue, and maybe somebody will end up just in front of me and not give me 1. Maybe. Would be lucky. And the sprinter is very easy at that point. There's only 4 cards. So, oh yeah, but that's where I was. So the decision point is essentially every of my cards cross the finish line. But I have 2 fatigue in my sprinter. So if and I'm pretty sure I mean, I'm guaranteed to, that's my only 2 fatigue left. So if I play a fatigue right now, I will have only 1, which means, no, actually it's round up. So if I have 1, I keep it. If I have 2, I keep 1. So never mind. There is no sense in playing a fatigue at that point. That does not help me on the next race whatsoever. I'm guaranteed to have 1 in my deck for the next race. So 3 it is to get as far as possible in the finish line. And that's it. So I'm guaranteed finishing with my sprinter this turn, but that doesn't mean I'm finishing 3rd, because I will be slow, so I will not be that many blocks after the finish line. So it's definitely possible for green or red to just take over me at the last minutes. But we'll see. But I do play first though. And I play first and I do 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I think you're seeing it on the camera. Yeah, hopefully it is. Red is doing a 7. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where is I think red is so far ahead that you don't see it anymore, but yeah, he's there. So it's definitely took me over and it's winning over me. And then, so that's me doing a fatigue 2. And ruler green is doing a 3. 3. Now I need a 4 for me to not take an extra fatigue there. Oh well. But at least he's not crossing further. Let me resolve the rest, but I don't think anyone else can finish this turn. So I think I'm guaranteed 4th there. Sprinter black. Wait. Why do I still have that there? Did I mess up? Did I forget cleaning that? I don't know what I did. That should not be there. I assume if I did a mistake, let's be as nice as for the bot as possible. So it's either I put that fatigue either that was a fatigue from the deck, or it was a fatigue he's playing and it was not supposed to be removed. So of the two options, I will take the one that is best for the bot, which means that was a fatigue that he played last turn and I forgot to remove. Hopefully that is correct. And he's playing a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you kidding me? Okay. Well, he's finishing as well. Sprinter red. Being a 2. I mean, I can't be mad. I played very poorly in the middle of that game. I did so many mistakes all along that game. So the results are what they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, because he's starting in the descent. Green. It's playing a 2, but it's a descent, so it's a 5. That is ruler white. So a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's interesting. I do not know if he crashes or not, because that is the wet area. So technically the blockage is in the wet area, but he is not yet. I don't think he's crashing. I think he's just one block away from the crash, from the wet. But I'll play it like that because I want to finish that for tonight. But I will double check. Sprinter blue is fatiguing, and Sprinter white is playing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is slipstreaming here, there is slipstreaming here, and then there is actually no slipstreaming here because anyone that crosses the finish line don't count. So third place is red, and then I am fourth place with my sprinter, and strangely enough there is another sprinter that is there, that is black. Black sprinter is 5th position. And at that, let's do the cleanup. So my sprinter is no longer playing. Green is playing with both. Black is finished with both. Red is finished with his ruler, but he still have his splinter in play. White still have both in play. Blue is having so that's a fatigue that is getting away, and his ruler is no longer playing. So that's where we are. Okay. Last turn, at least last turn for me. After that, I will just quick resolve the rest of the AI. Well, let's hope I see my 6. That's all there is to it, and I do see it. So I play my 6. That's all there is to it. At that point, let's finish that quickly. Ruler. So I'm playing first. I'm doing 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess at that point I can. I move that part. Move that there, so that you will see a little better. The finishing. You will not see it like that, but you will see it like that. Come on. There it is. So see, I am essentially at the very end here. I'm at the maximum after the finish line, which means that I'm guaranteed the 6th place with my ruler. So I'm ending up 4 and 6. Which is okay. I think last time our first race I was 2nd and 9. No, 2nd and 7. I know I'm doing 4 and 6, so it's not much of an improvement, but it's not much of a loss either. Okay, let's finish the AI quickly. Ruler is. Why is. God! Look at that! That's my 2-7. I knew I didn't play my 7. I put them on the wrong things when I recycled them at some point. Oh well, too late. It is played what is played. Ah, I made so many mistakes, both strategically and playing the game and just making the game roll. I'm not happy with that. Oh well. I'll stand by the results as they are. Since anything that happened was mostly in my disfavor anyway. And then I'll try to be... I guess I need to find a cleaner way to have the bot's positioning so that I don't confuse the bot with my own card as much. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But let's finish. It's a sprinter. It's doing 3. 1, 2, 3. Sprinter green. It's doing a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then that is ruler white is doing a fatigue. Wow, that is not ruler's white's race. For how bad I did that race, the white team, they got it way worse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I kind of knew it. That was a team that had way too much fatigue at the beginning. 4. So let's see. So those split stream, and so I am 6, and then ruler green is 7, and sprinter green is 8. And then I'll give the last 2 fatigue for 2 sprinter, white on red. And at that point, I think they should finish. So let's finish it that quickly. Yeah, red finishes at 9. Then sprinter white. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't finish. White ruler. So I still need to get rid of that. Let's do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then blue sprinter is on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then we have red sprinter, white ruler, which is the worst ruler in terms of so far. And he's doing like his 10th. Yeah, he's 10th out of 12. Blue sprinter. And finally, I will not do the last turn, white sprinter. There we go. So that was the second race. That went, I don't want to say as poorly as it could. I'm sure I could have made it worse, but it did not went as good as it could have. I definitely could have played that better. The fact that I have 2-7 and 1-6. No, I played the last 6 at the end, but I had 2-7 that I didn't play because I hid them away by accident in one of the bots deck. That sucks. That really sucks. That means my calculation for the sprint for red was actually, for my ruler was actually correct. And at least the last version of that. But yeah, I guess I should have double checked. I should have counted my 7. I would have realized I've only played 1, which I thought was the case. I thought I only played 1. I would have realized that my 2-7 was still in the nature, disappeared somewhere, and that will certainly have helped me. Oh well, that was, I guess, the race of my disappearing card for me. Thank you all. If you watched the video that far, which honestly I doubt anyone did, but if you did, oh wow, thank you very much. Yeah, I'll try to So I'll do the same thing. I will compute all of the data to see what the jersey are, and I will do that update at the beginning of the next race. And have a good one.